Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Ovion Company. Today we are going to show how the following AR application works, which is a web application for a ticket office, where we can provide more interaction to the user. Here you can see the user interface. We click on the first button that it composes, and that is our website. You can visit it for more information, details. Then we go back, we click on the scan code button, we look for the code, and we can see the following illustration. It is a 3D model in real time. The first step in this line of work is to develop a user interface, since it is the first interaction that the client has with the application. Here we can see that all the parts are divided with the fonts that the client used, the backgrounds, the frames, the margins, the same color palette, all this to carry the graphic line that the client has. The next step is to export all this, and once in Unity, here we only have to export to the UI that was created previously following the client's color palette. My project is already assembled. We are simply going to give you a brushstroke of what was done. Here we can see that it is fully exported by parts. What I do in many cases is just create a folder and drag the folder all the way into the Unity project and then spray all the images. The resolution is at your discretion. Then we recorded the dimensions of the project. I always recommend 1080 for the 1920, since a perfect size thinks that the rain is fully assembled, and above all animated to be a little more interactive and give it a little more life, since this, in the end, is very much appreciated by the user. This is the same. It will always be the first impression your client has of your project. Here we can observe the project in play, where the animation runs perfectly fine, and then we proceed to verify the programming of the same project. Note that I have a manager in the hierarchy window. In this scene, I have the objects that are going to be paid for, turned on and turned on again. I have several objects that are going to light up in the control. We can observe the script where here it is simply something very basic. It is simply hiding objects and the referring links. A link is for the client's WhatsApp, and a link since that way they can see more work left by us. Drag the control script to the manager, and we adjusted it to the buttons that do the interaction. In the second button, we have the WhatsApp button, and in the third button, the company plane link. We click play to test that everything is fine. We check, we click on the company plane clip, and we can open a link directly to the company plane. The same happens with the number and the scanner button. We will leave it last. The next process is that it was our 3D model, where the interaction that the customer has with the increased age will be. This is a somewhat demanding project since it has 1 million vertices, and in this case I decided to go for a beach island since the client will have an event on a beach, and it is the most related thing there is. In this process, we are going to invert the faces of the trees, and all the faces that we understand are not going to be seen in Unity by the project. In this case, the client was delighted with the project. Remembering that if you want more of this type of content or the processes we go through to make some things that are just amazing, remember that you can't drop the ball. Comment. You can follow our social networks, and you can also visit our website, which is at oviandcompany.com. You can also scan the following QR code that I will leave on the screen to facilitate the process. Thank you so much. Bye.